Early summer 2013, one of our superintendents, Dewey Parr, went down on the job site. And the first to report to the scene was Officer Evans, which is typical. A lot of times it's the police officers, patrol cars that show up first. He got there and luckily he had an automatic defibrillator in his car and he was able to revive Dewey. Later we found out that that was the only reason that Dewey made it.
The onset of this life that we saved, May the 28th of 2013, we only had purchased 2 AEDs. My goal was to get them into police cars just in Kittleville Hills 15 months ago. And where we've gone at this point, we've got them in about 90% of the law enforcement cars in Dare County. And that is a big deal. That is something that I don't know, without the initiative getting set, without me responding to that call, I don't know where we would be if it wasn't for Saga and the community and the civic organizations in Dare County.
It was nice to see the business community, the local governments all step in. They all donated. To date, we have funded over 42 AEDs, and the goal is to, before the end of the year, is to get all 62 funded.
The benefits of having an AED, especially in law enforcement vehicles, is law enforcement is mobile, pretty much 24/7. We're already on the road. Emergency responders such as fire and EMS, when an emergency call comes into your 911 and communication center, they're paged out. They've got to respond from their headquarters, whereas law enforcement is already on the move and you will get there several minutes before the first responders get there. So that's the greatest benefit and need of having an AED in law enforcement vehicles.
Every year, approximately 400,000 people die in the United States to sudden cardiac death. Sudden cardiac death produces an abnormal heart rhythm called ventricular fibrillation, which produces an ineffective heartbeat. I can't tell you how many times in my practice a defibrillator has saved a life when applied early when CPR was ineffective.
There's 4 basic steps to using an AED. Once it arrives on the scene, you're going to open it up. Sometimes when you open it up, it'll automatically turn on. Other times you may need to press the on-off button. Inside there'll be a package of electrodes. You pull them out of the package, and on the electrodes there are pictures that show you where exactly to put the electrodes. You're going to peel the backing off of the electrodes.
Connect electrodes.
And place them on your victim's chest, making sure they've got a good seal on them. So peel the backing off and place them on the victim's chest, and then you're going to plug in the connector into your machine. And at that point, once she recognizes that the electrodes are plugged in, she is going to tell you to hit analyze.
Push analyze.
While it's analyzing, you want to stand away from the victim so the machine can analyze the patient's rhythm. Then you press shock. It'll deliver a shock to the patient, muscles will contract, and then you'll start your CPR again. The machine will clock off about 2 minutes, and then she'll ask you to press analyze again.
Those few vital minutes when a person is in sudden cardiac arrest, that AED will do its job. The initiative to advance to other departments and getting it in all the cars throughout the county is our challenge and our goal.